When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the Sun Bowl, home field for the UTEP Miners. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another team from the Big 12, the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense takes the field for the first time today. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quick completion on the out route.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. The Horned Frogs pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Baker. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Horned Frogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Horned Frogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So UTEP's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Bust through behind his pad. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. They go to the ground. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Davis. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Miners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Stevenson. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited.
There he goes. Oh, he's got some, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
The Miners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a crease. It's Carney. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, UTEP. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
you're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Throwing on the run. He's got it inside the 30. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Catch in the middle, it's Ferguson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Catch in the middle, it's James. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Looking to throw again. Snagged in the middle, it's Baker. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Miners lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Trying play action. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they've got it in the red zone at the 16.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Taking it the other way. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing quickly to the tight end. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. The Miners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. down here as they go back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Gonna run it. It's Carney. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. It's a running room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UTEP. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point was good. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's got it again. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll run it from the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've been running it, but now the pass. Got it in the middle. It's James. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. Gets rid of it. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Ferguson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, TCU.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Miners will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. QB draw. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
On the move, it's Payne. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Horned Frogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. With jet sweep pass. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Ezukama. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Dances away. The throw. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught over the middle, it's Davis. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They just keep firing. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. To the air on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going to take off. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Miners need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Fighting off the defender. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Ferguson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last.
Turning on the Jets. There he goes. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got...
And it's blocked. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like El Paso. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at one of the most picturesque settings in the game, Sun Bowl Stadium.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Miners will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got a man. It's Baker. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, TCU! And the pummeling has started.
Well, This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play.
Oh, a lot of space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Carney. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's square.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Miners will punt it away on 4th down. And leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grab near the sticks. It's Ezukama. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Yeah, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. He's got him. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get popped.
Touchdown! score 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Miners send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Hand off to the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Horned Frogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Finds a little space. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
They boot it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Motion from the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Keys. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So the final period starts with a second down play. To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. South Carolina showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard.
To the air, it's Gardner.
An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running to the left. And some room to work. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Finds his man. It's Ezukama. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Gardner. Bought a little time, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Elway.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
The Miners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. Gets away from one, finds room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fires complete on the crosser. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Miners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going up top again. Quarterback moving. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
The Miners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the 1st down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to pass. It's Gardner. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Fights off a defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, what a move. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Might be changing the route. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. They want that clock to run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Makes the catch. It's Baker. And he's wrestled to the ground.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Lets it fly. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Gardner. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Miners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Might be looking to run. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like.
Makes the catch down the right side. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the steps. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.